man's lost his pens, bruv. Alright, my people, in today's video, I'm going to give you one shift in your mindset that's going to help you reduce stress in your body and help you perform at the next level, as well as just make you have a better, more peaceful experience on this planet Earth. So what is this one thing, you may be asking? Well, I've got my whiteboard pens, I've got me whiteboard, I'm going to educate myself and you at the same time, because it's not you and I, it's I and I, as the great Bob Marley said. So this one thing, and shifting this one thing, is really going to support you. It's seeking validation, from outside of us. Why are we seeking validation from outside? That is a great question, my friend. Why are we? But before we go into that, what is seeking validation from the outside? What does it look like? What is it? Seeking validation from outside of you is to seek reassurance of who you are from people around you. Okay? This can also be things, but even if you buy things, you're also potentially buying things to seek validation from somebody else, to give you compliments on those things, to make you feel better. The dangerous thing about this is that it's a never-ending trap, that you're constantly having to buy new things, say new compliments to get that person to like you and impress people. And chances are that in doing so, you're stepping over yourself in order to get that person to validate who you are, right? And the best way of having and tapping into an unlimited source of validation is from inside of yourself. And if you stay till the end of the video, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to support you from going from seeking validation from outside of you to shifting that to seeking validation from inside of you, which is really going to support your self-esteem and confidence, which is then going to improve your performance at work and vice versa. So just to be clear, what is it? It's seeking validation from outside of you to feel better inside about yourself. Now look here, outside to inside. You're seeking validation from outside, from people, from things, to make yourself feel better inside. And what we want to do by the end of this video is reverse this, that you are seeking validation from the inside, which is going to help you perform better on the outside, because you and I both know that authenticity is the most charismatic version of yourself that you can be. We also want to recognize when this pattern is showing up. So ways in which it can be showing up are people pleasing. Are you a people pleaser? I've been a people pleaser for a number of years, so you ain't alone in that, bro. You're almost adapting and changing yourself to please those around you, which the subtle illusion of this is that you can come across as quite charismatic. But what happened for me, that if I came across someone that didn't like me, that would ruin my experience. Say we're down in the pub, and I'm with my friends, and then a new guy gets introduced and I shake his hand, I'm trying to build rapport with him, but he's not feeling it. I'm feeling that he's not feeling it. And that makes me anxious, because in order for me to feel safe, I have to ensure that he likes me. Right? And not every single person, people pleasing, will show up like that. Will show up in many different forms. You have to ask yourself, am I a people pleaser? And another way that you can recognize the pattern of you being a people pleaser is that you find it hard to say no. A colleague comes to you, hey Jack, do you mind doing this? Oh yeah, that's fine, mate, don't worry about it. Hey Jack, are you free on Thursday? What are you guys doing? I'm going for a few drinks. Now you want to go to the gym, but you say yes because you're a people pleaser. And what happens is you actually step over your authentic truth in order to please the other person. Now, why are we doing this? And one final way that you can recognize the pattern is needing reassurance on small tasks. You've been given a task, you are on your desk, you're on your Excel spreadsheet, and you're asking Jimbo, hey Jimbo, what do you think of this? Oh, I need to do, what would you do? It's like, mate, just get the job done. And if you get the job done wrong, you'll learn from it. This is something that I used to do. I used to have such a low self-esteem that I would be constantly, hey, what do you think of this? hey, I'm a bit stuck, can you help? And I'd get other people almost to do my work for me because it wasn't that I weren't capable, it was that I wasn't certain that I could get the job done, and I was worried that if I got it wrong, what would that say about me? What would other people think as a result of me getting it wrong? And so you're not alone if this is you. Now, if you stay till the end, I'm going to help you go from this, seeking validation from the outside to inside. I'm going to help you shift it from the inside so that you perform better on the outside. Now, why do we do this? When it comes to pattern recognition, it's always as a result of you not being in the now moment. If me and you are both in the now moment, right now, and forever, you have an enlightened mind. You are present with source energy and with yourself, and you are here with me now. If you don't and your brain goes off, or even your unconscious part of your brain, which is connected to your body, and this is where it can get a little bit more complex because the brain's 95% unconscious. You have 60,000 thoughts a day. 95% of those thoughts are unconscious. What are you thinking about? And this is where awareness is super important, but we will touch on that later. So why are we doing this? It's because it's as a result of a past experience that then has kind of formed the identity of who we have for ourselves. And what happens is that often as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, as an adult now, we are lacking self-love. We are not at the level of awareness that we understand that love comes from within us. Yeah. So when we're feeling a little empty, when we're not feeling good enough, what happens is that when we get praise, that makes us feel good. So for example, if you were like me and you played sports when you were younger, when you had a good game, your manager says, well played today, Jack. Your mates around you say, mate, fucking quality game. Your dad says, great game. You played really well today. That feels good, right? But then what happens when you have a bad performance? You know, your dad doesn't tell you that you played well. Your manager doesn't tell you that you played well. Your mates don't tell you that you played well because they're all feeling shit about themselves. But what happens in later on in life is that every single business and every single person has good performance days and has bad performance days. Control, Command, Q. Oh shit, where was I? Talking about getting praise from the outside. Bad performance. You have good performance days and bad performance days. The dangerous thing about this is that when you have a good performance days and you get praise, if you're then an adult starting a business and your business performs well and you get that sense of praise, is that when it performs bad, you're also going to get the other aftermath of it performing bad. And you're mentally and emotionally and spiritually going to be dragged this way and dragged that way and dragged this way and then dragged that way and constantly chasing this high and low, also in business, also at your work. And if you're somebody that's ambitious, why does that sound a little ambitious? If you're somebody who has ambition and is ambitious and ambidextrous, is that if you associate your sense of self-worth on the performance at work, on the performance of your business, this is the illusion, my brother. And all I want for you is to have a peace of mind and a happy heart so that you can experience the joy that life has to offer, because life, as you and I know, is rough and tough. People that you love die, businesses fail, X, Y, and Z. So if you're someone with ambition, all I want to do is help you perform at a biological level, having less stress as a result of shifting the performance of your mindset. And when you feel less stressed, science has shown that your brain has a better capacity to focus, to recall memory, and make better decisions. So how are we going to shift this? Good question. How? First one, and the most important trait to have to recognize patterns, and if you can recognize a pattern that doesn't serve you, you're going to reach that next level, is awareness. Because right now you might be getting awareness through this video and asking yourself question, well, do I people please? Do I find it hard to say no? Yes, I do. Now you're recognizing the pattern, and as you recognize the pattern, like, yes, I am this, but do I want to be this? No. Okay, so who do I have to create myself to be in order to not be that? And then what's happening is you're shifting from a reactive state based from a past experience of, oh, this is who I am in the past, and this is the past experience that's created a personality that now is creating a personal reality that I find it hard to say no. But what you want to happen is that you want to find out for yourself, who do you want to be? Who am I? Who do I want to create? And then when you realize that you don't want to be a people pleaser and you want to be able to say yes and no when it feels true for you, you get to create that. And there's going to be a sense of self-worth that others feel as a result of you owning who you are. But you can't have any of that without awareness. So the first one is awareness. The second one that you can do when you're at work or on your way to work or in your business, in your morning, is replace negative self-talk. All right, you want to go from saying things like, I'm not good enough, and let's say you did a task. Let's say if you can imagine yourself now at work and you did something and your boss comes in and he tells you like, oh, Jack, did you do this? And you go, yeah. And you're like, yeah, I did. And you're already starting to feel anxious. What are you thinking about in those moments? Chances are you're thinking like, oh, I'm a terrible person, you know? And what you want to shift it to, and what sort of language you want to have for yourself. Like, for example, again, going back to the sports analogy, if you're coming off that pitch and you are feeling bad because you've had a bad performance and you're saying to yourself like, I'm not good enough, that was terrible. What you want to say is you want to say, I'm going to learn from this. Because remember, everyone has good and bad days, but the people that get to the next level are the ones that have the mindset that they're going to learn from it rather than shy away from it and start feeling bad about themselves. Because actually, yes, in society, we've been brought up in a competitive environment. You know, the most savage businessman gets the richest. But for me, and everything that I've read, is that's actually shifting in society to a more community-based society, that we actually work better when we're together than when we're against each other. So, although it's good to be ambitious, I just want you to be happy and have a peace of mind, right? And not beat yourself up. And you might be beating yourself up that then has fuel to then get to the next level, and you use that, but that's pretty inefficient long term. Like when you get to where you get to, let's say your goal is to get to £100,000 a year, yeah, £10,000 a month, £1 million, whatever it is that your goal, that what am I looking for? The word, the metric I'm using is money, or you could say get in good shape. Once you get there, are you then going to have the energy to get to the next level when evolution likes growth? Or is getting there going to be such a battle that you don't even want to get to the next level? But that battle isn't happening externally, your brother. It's happening inside of you. So shifting this is going to help you tap into a more unlimited resource within yourself. So I'm going to learn from this. And so my mindset shift, because I definitely used to beat myself up, is more about like, and this takes us on to our third and final point, praise the effort. Like even right now, if you're watching this video and you've watched to the end, praise the fact that you're spending your time learning about yourself. Praise the effort. Praise the effort that you're showing up on that football pitch when last week you had a really bad game. When you praise yourself for the effort, that's an unlimited resource because you're hopefully always going to be showing up. If you only praise yourself for when things are going well, it's going to leave you this whole dark side of when things go bad. How do you respond to that moment? So love yourself for showing up. That is it for today's video. I hope that you took something from this. I hope that you leave this video feeling like you just that little bit more aware. Your mindset's at that little bit next level. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'm going to be releasing more every single week. Other than that, like, comment. If you have any questions, comment down below. Other than that, keep going and keep growing, my brother and sisters out there. Peace.